Tech is built by all of us, for all of us. But are we doing enough to make sure that everyone's voice is heard? Today, we are going to be talking about why diversity in tech isn't just a nice to have, but it is an absolute must. It is essential for innovation, better decision making, and stronger teams. Let's jump in. DEI and diversity in tech isn't just about fairness. We're talking about creating better products, driving better innovation. And studies show that diverse teams solve problems faster and make better decisions 87% of the time. Now, companies with higher gender diversity are 15% more likely to outperform their competitors. Imagine if these pioneers weren't part of history. Would we even have the technology that we rely on today? Let's check this out. Modern computing. Without Ada Lovelace and Grace Hopper, programming as we know it would not exist. Apollo 11 and space tech. If you haven't seen the movie Hidden Figures, be sure to watch it. It is the story of how Black women and mathematicians at NASA helped to put a man on the moon. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, well, those earbuds that you're wearing, they would not be possible without Hedy Lamarr's innovation that led to wireless communication and GPS. And speaking of GPS, thanks to Dr. Gladys West, we have the modern navigation systems that we have today, without which I personally would be lost all the time. My wife tells me that I cannot find my way out of a wet paper bag without my GPS. Without these women and without the diversity and inclusion that really drive innovation forward, we wouldn't have so much of the tech that we see and use in our daily lives. So, what happens when companies don't support DEI and diversity? Innovation slows down. It doesn't come to a halt, but it does slow down. You start to have skewness and you start to have biases in your data, in your processes, in the innovations that you choose. Look at things like ChatGPT and how it creates images. Workplaces become less inclusive. Without representation in leadership, career paths for underrepresented professionals really hit roadblocks. All right, so what can you do about it? Whether you are an employer, another engineer, or a student looking to break into tech, here's how we can make an impact. Mentor and advocate for women and other underrepresented groups in STEM. Build inclusive hiring and leadership pathways in tech companies. Encourage young people to pursue STEM careers. This one is near and dear to my heart because I myself have a 10-year-old daughter who I love dearly, and I continue to make sure that she has the opportunities to continue to learn STEM and be in various STEM programs. Speak up and push for diversity initiatives in your workplace. Those are the things that we can do, both as allies and as other underrepresented groups in the workplace. So be sure that you are consistently and constantly making sure that diversity and inclusiveness is top of mind for yourself and your businesses. I don't want to leave you without mentioning some of the resources that I watch and listen to and notice that very much continue to put diversity and inclusiveness front of mind. So check these things out. We have Two Lit Chicks, the podcast. I've put these links to these podcasts and other resources down in the comments in the video. You know, Two Lit Chicks, they do stories from leaders in tech, including women that are really breaking so many barriers. There's Deloitte's Inclusion podcast, which really talks about the importance of inclusion in tech. And finally, we have the Underrepresented in Tech, and this is a podcast discussing diversity and equity in the tech space. Be sure that you get a chance to go out and check out some of these other podcasts, again, that really do a great job of making sure that women and the other underrepresented groups in tech continue to have a voice. Now, diversity in tech isn't about representation, it is about the future of innovation. We need everyone at the table and for everybody's voice to be heard. So let's talk. What's one thing that you think in the tech industry we can do to better support diversity? Drop your thoughts and comments down below, and let's keep the conversation going. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.